Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into really quite a complex story. We're talking cursed royalty, hidden magic, political games, and a kingdom, Aragoa, that's basically on the brink.
That's right. It's suffocating, quite literally, under this poisonous fog called the mists. And our mission today really is to unpack the core mystery here. You've got a royal murder, this completely fake engagement, a powerful curse.
It's a lot, and it all swirls around these two central characters. First, there's Viola Sinclair. She's a lowborn student, seems ordinary, but secretly she's a mega. She wields this dark, destructive shadow magic.
And she's terrified of it, absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
Then you have Prince Rose Roquelaure. He's the heir, kind of arrogant, known as the huntsman for the crown. His job, deal with magic users.
Yeah, the irony be, he's got this devastating secret himself. He's cursed. He literally cannot touch another living person without causing horrific harm. Have to wear gloves all the time.
Complete isolation for a prince. And the whole thing just explodes right at the start when Viola, after being called a witch by Rose, she just snaps.
She punches him. Punches the crown prince. Draws blood. Even her little gargoyle, Saint Waffles, gets in on it. Attacks his leg.
It's quite a scene, and the fallout is instant. She's hauled off by the captain of the guard, her worst fear. The queen knows she's a Maiga. She thinks she's headed for execution, especially when Rose calls himself the huntsman.
But it gets even messier for Rose. His mother, Queen Maria, she tasks him with executing Viola. And there's a deadline. 7 days.
And it's not just an order, it's like magically enforced. He gets this tattoo, this rose on his forearm with 7 thorns. Each day a thorn disappears. If he fails by sundown on the 7th day,
He dies. The queen is basically using his own curse, his own life as leverage. It's incredibly dark.
it is. And Rose is trapped. He can't just kill her quietly because of his condition, his inability to touch. So he comes up with this, well, this incredibly risky plan.
A fake engagement.
Exactly, a fate engagement. He offers Viola protection from the queen. In return, he needs her help. He thinks she, as a Maiga, might have divination powers to find out who really killed his father, King Alexandre.
So the deal is, pretend to be grotesquely in love, as they put it, get engaged, become part of the family, so the queen can't easily touch her.
It's pure political theater to buy time, making her indispensable, basically. So now they have this ticking clock, 7 days to solve a murder, navigate court politics, and convince everyone they're madly in love.
Okay, so that's the setup. Let's maybe pivot for a second to the history and the world itself, because it's all hidden in these objects they find, right?
Right, especially this black book. Professor Borges gives Viola this book. It's blank black leather, but it has this weird silver seal.
An Aragoan lion.
Oh,
Wrapped around a Castilian dragon. Castel is the enemy kingdom. That's immediately a huge red flag.
huge. And then Rose drops the bombshell, that exact symbol. It was tattooed on his father's arm when they found him dead after the All Hallows Eve party.
Whoa. Okay, so this book is clearly a massive fluke.
And it's magic. Viola tries writing in it, realizes it only responds to ink, and it even defends itself, makes this like inky black snake thing. It's active magic.
And this connects to a bigger secret network, doesn't it? The Grimstone Society.
Yeah, Rose is actually the head of this secret student group, anti-war. Their symbol is a moth with a skull. They're basically guarding this hidden library, the crypt, full of forbidden knowledge about magic, about Castel, things the queen wants suppressed.
Inconvenient truths, as they call them. And King Alexander, Rose's father, he was a member when he was young. This connects the past and present directly.
It does, and it ties into the mists, too. We learn the mists were supposedly caused by Magas who sided with Castel during the Big War.
But, and this is crucial, Aragoan Magas, loyal Magas, were the ones who created the magical wards protecting the capital city from those very mists.
Exactly, which makes what happened next even worse. Sir Patrick, a general, confirms it. The crown, after the war, executed those loyal Magas. They claimed they feared a rebellion.
But Rose reveals the real reason. His mother, Queen Maria. She didn't have proof. She just didn't trust them. Pure paranoia.
And that paranoia, that betrayal, led to a surviving Maiga cursing the queen. She cannot physically harm any Maiga directly.
Ah, so that's why Rose has to be the huntsman. The queen is magically blocked, so she forces her son, under threat of his own death curse, to do her dirty work.
It's all manipulation, and it shows you how she uses her own magic. Maria's a light Maiga. Her magic is about creation, illusions, but she uses it for terror.
Yeah, the illusions she throws at Viola are horrifying. She temporarily resurrects the dead captain of the guard to hunt her. She poisons Viola through a disguised Professor Borges.
Causes dizziness, weakness. Cerise luckily has an antidote, but Maria keeps escalating, using illusions to force Viola into reliving her absolute worst traumas, like this vision in a tomb, another in a forest. It's psychological torture.
And all this pressure, it finally forces Viola to confess her own deepest secret to Rose, the reason she's so terrified of her shadows. The truth about Bloody Annie.
This is a major turning point for her character. She admits that when she was just 5 years old, she got angry, lost control, and her shadows lashed out.
And killed her baby brother, Annette. Annie. That's why the ghost boy haunts her, calling her Bloody Annie.
She believes her magic is fundamentally evil because of that one awful childhood moment. She's completely internalized this idea that she's a monster. It's heartbreaking, really.
Just as she's dealing with that, the Black Book drops another bomb. A huge political one.
King Leon, the King of Castile, the enemy, communicates with her through the book.
And reveals Viola is his daughter.
Wow.
Yeah. The book only works for their bloodline. Her locket, the one she's had forever. It has the Castile symbol, opens with her blood. She's Castilian royalty.
Okay, wait. So connect that back to the book symbol, the lion and the dragon.
King Leon of Castile and King Alexander of Aragoa, who was his father, they were secretly in love.
No way. During the war.
During the height of the war, both members of the Grimstones. They designed that symbol, the lion and dragon, to represent a future unified kingdom. The Black Books. They were their private journals to each other. They were planning peace.
So what went wrong? The war's still raging.
Leon confesses he was forced by his own father, the old Castilian king, to break the armistice they'd planned. He betrayed Alexandre.
But the murder... Who killed Alexandra then, if it wasn't the peace plan failing?
It was Queen Maria. Remember, she was originally Princess Maria of Septimania, a light mega Alexandra wooed. But according to Leon, she became obsessed, utterly consumed by obsession when Alexandra started pulling away, likely because of his feelings for Leon.
So she killed him. Not enemy megas, not political rivals, but his own wife, out of obsessive jealousy.
Exactly. The entire official story is a lie constructed by her. And then comes maybe the most shattering revelation of all, about Rose himself.
What else could there possibly be?
The Queen's possessed servants, the sisters, they reveal it. Rose wasn't born naturally. After the war, consumed by grief and maybe something darker, Maria created him.
Created him? How?
Using a mix of her light magic, creation, and dark magic. Destruction, raw emotion. He's not really her son in the normal sense. He's described as an abomination. A life designed to take life. A poisoned prince. That's the origin of his curse. It's intrinsically linked to his creation, to the destructive forces his mother used.
My God. So his entire existence is built on grief and control.
And time is almost up. Only 2 thorns left on his arm tattoo. Viola's being hunted constantly now. Belladonna's the new queen hunting her. Maria's illusions are getting worse. Giant spiders. An invisible noose.
The pressure is immense. And it leads to Viola's final, devastating confession to Rose.
She tells him she killed King Alexander.
Wait, she did? How?
6 weeks before the story started, on that All Hallows Eve. The king found her, apparently addled, maybe drunk or magically influenced. He attacked her, yelling at her to set the darkness free to save the kingdom.
And in self-defense.
Her shadows reacted, killed him.
Oh, man. So the murder Rose has been trying to solve, the reason for the fake engagement. Viola did it, accidentally, in self-defense, but still.
The irony is crushing. The man she's falling for is dying because of his mother's schemes, and she killed the father he swore to avenge. It's just absolute devastation.
And Rose's reaction.
He finally sees the full extent of his mother's manipulation. He makes this noble sacrifice play, locks Viola in his tower for her own safety, leaves her a letter saying he's going to let the final thorn expire, let himself die. Her freedom is all I want, he writes.
But Viola's not going to just let that happen.
No way. She breaks out, finds Rose in the auditorium where Maria, working through those possessed sisters, is trying to destroy the Grimstone Society's secrets. Viola confronts Maria, fully embraces her own shadows, her own power. She declares she's fighting for Rose for their future.
She's finally accepted her darkness isn't evil, it's just power. It's necessary.
And then comes the climax, the solution. Surrounded by her shadows, she looks at Rose, who's seconds from death, and tells him desperately, "Trust me and kill me."
Kill her?
What? Because Rose suddenly understands. The curse wasn't just about not touching. The Queen's magic twisted it. The only way to break it, to integrate his own nature, the created, destructive part of him, is through connection. A kiss that accepts all of him. The light and the dark.
So she doesn't kill her.
He kisses her. And it's described as this ferocious, demanding kiss. It shatters everything, their defenses, their fears, and miraculously, their curses.
The tattoo vanishes from his arm.
Gone. And outside, the mists, they recede. Sunlight breaks through for the first time in ages. Yellow flowers start to bloom, healing.
He can touch her. The poison in his skin is gone. He's free.
They did it. They achieved the unity their fathers dreamed of, not through politics, but by embracing their own combined power. Her shadow, his cursed existence, turned whole. The solution was connection, the very thing he feared.
Wow. What an incredible arc. That fake engagement, born of desperation, becomes this crucible for actual love and self-acceptance.
Totally. They had to embrace the parts of themselves they'd been taught were monstrous.
Absolutely. And the thematic resonance there is huge, isn't it? Viola, the shadow girl, learns her destructive power isn't inherently evil, it's needed for balance. Rose, the cursed huntsman, finds freedom only by accepting his, let's say, unnatural, created, dark nature.
It took accepting the darkness in themselves and in each other to
Yeah.
break free.
Exactly. So the big takeaways. The mists weren't just a magical plague, they were a symbol of the political division and imbalance caused by the crown's betrayal.
Right, and King Alexander's murder wasn't some grand conspiracy. It was driven by Queen Maria's personal, obsessive, destructive use of light magic.
And the path to peace, envisioned by two kings in love, was ultimately fulfilled by their children integrating the very light and shadow forces that had torn the kingdom apart.
Which leaves us with a really interesting final thought to maybe mull over.
Yeah.
We saw Queen Maria's light magic creation, illusion consistently used for control, obsession, leading to death and destruction. But Viola's dark magic and Rose embracing his own dark origins when combined with genuine love and acceptance, that led to balance, healing, actual creation with the flowers and sunlight.
So it really makes you question, can power, any kind of power, only be used for genuine good when we stop being afraid of our own shadows, our own darkness, and learn how to integrate it fully?
A question that definitely resonates beyond Aragoa. We'll leave you with that thought. See you next time on The Deep Dive.